Hey guys, it's Michelle and I'm so excited that you're here. I really quickly want to try to go through this video. I thought I'd do something a little bit differently, so I'm doing a slideshow presentation because I want to discuss this post. In this post I want to discuss what I learned, and I thought the best way to do it is through doing some visuals instead of just having me on a video. And so I thought I'd do that, and I am optimizing this video with certain keywords, so that's why I also wanted to do a video instead of just a blog post, because sometimes people will skim through a blog post really fast and they won't read it. A lot of people would prefer videos, so I'm doing both. First of all, to give me maximum exposure with this blog post with video as well as my blog. And I hope you like the music. I got this music and I got all the rights to it, and really it's there, you could have access to it as well. So if you want access to this file of all these different songs that you could use with your video marketing, hook up with me, just contact me, and I'll be more than happy to help you with that. I'll be more than happy to give you that information. So it's just a file that I could send you. So, but if you get a chance, please go to my blog. It is my Empower Network blog that talks about all different sorts of internet marketing strategies to help you with your online business or your offline business, but mostly for online marketing. And that's thrivingabundance.net, my Facebook page. And the reason I'm giving you the URL to my iLiving app, which is an awesome app that I have on my mobile phone, it's mobileabundance.com, is because that's what my blog post is about today. And basically what I do is every week I get access to a new professional video by these professional speakers. And some of them are members of the Napoleon Hill Institute. Some of these speakers I've never heard of, some of them I'm learning about, and these people are phenomenal. And I'm learning things about time management, creating goals, why goals are important, how to create goals. And this week was just so awesome that I decided to do a blog post about it, and it gives me great content to talk about. So, all right, onward and upward. Here we go. The the speaker that was on this week's iLiving app that I use, and basically what I do is I walk my neighbor's dog, and I was looking for something that I could access on my mobile phone where, some motivational stuff, and that's how I found this app. And it's like $6.95 a month, and I get access to priceless stuff. And so this was just so awesome. And the speaker that did the video for the week is Brian Beane. He's the founder of Mentor to Millions. And what he does is he discusses the question that he's asked all the time. And he's asked, Brian, how in the world did you make your millions in your late 20s or early 30s? But here's the question that he says they should be asking. Brian, how did you lose your first $1 million and then get it back? And he says it's easy because he has mentors that finally taught him in his 30s how to keep his money. And he explains that America is a capitalist society. So before you look at fancy cars, big homes, which there's nothing wrong with material things, but you want to leave more of a legacy for your family and create wealth for your loved ones. And he discusses a basic formula that I am going to share with you. It's called the 2-4-3 formula. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start right off with the 2 formula. And basically what he discusses is there's 2 basic objectives that everyone wants to meet in America, right? So the first one is everyone wants to make money to obtain the lifestyle that you currently have during your working years. That's very important because you need to pay the lights, pay the gas bill, drive a car, put food in your mouth, and a roof over your head, right? This is called labor income. Now this one's a little bit more complicated. The second objective that everyone wants to have is the money that you make in your current working years, they have to sustain you during your retirement years. And a lot of people don't want to think about this question, but you do. What do you need to do to continue your current lifestyle? I sell Medicare health insurance, so I meet with people that are retired. And it is so sad to see where people have had to drastically change their lifestyle just because they no longer work and they're now relying on Social Security, maybe a pension, but it wasn't at all, it was only a fraction of what they were used to making. So you've got I'm going to discuss that in a second, but you've got other factors that's cutting into that. And so, that's something to think about. So, what do you do to maintain your current lifestyle after you retire? You need to think about that. Are you willing to change your lifestyle, or do you want to maintain your lifestyle after you retire? I don't know about you, but I want to maintain my lifestyle. So what we're going to talk about now is the 4 out of the 2-4-3 formula, and these are going to be the 4 things that are keeping you from meeting your objectives. Okay, and once you learn these, you're going to learn the key to capitalism. All right, the first one is inflation. And when I say inflation, it basically is you have to put your time and things into things that outpace inflation. And before I discuss that any further, first I want to explain what inflation is. Okay, inflation is everything around you is getting more expensive, but your income is staying the same. So in other words, the value of the dollar is going down because of inflation. But the good news is there's certain things that you can do, to stop that from happening. But just keep in mind, inflation is like the silent income killer. It nips at you every single day, and you wonder why you can't get ahead. So think about it. Gas is more expensive. I remember when I was a little girl looking at a gas station, seeing the gas at 50 cents a gallon. Okay, we're not anywhere close to that, nor will we ever. So gas is more expensive, groceries are more expensive, daycare is more expensive, health care is definitely more expensive. And unfortunately your boss, the gas companies, the health insurance companies, they don't care that your income is flatlined, okay? So here's another thing that's keeping you from meeting your objectives. Hello, taxes. Keep this in mind. This is huge, you guys. Wealthy people do not pay a dime more in taxes than they should, where most people with a W-2 give away 1/3 of their income to the government off the top. So guys, you need to understand the tax game and how it's played, because most people with a W-2, literally, they basically work from January to April for the government. Think about it. Another one is debt. If the government is taking 1/3 of your income off the top, then we're basically forced to borrow the rest. So now the government will take your your income from January through April, and then the banks will get paid from May through September, because you're paying all the money back in the form of interest and fees for the student loans, the department stores, the car notes, the mortgages, everything. So the banks and the government are getting money off of your lack of money. Doesn't that almost kind of make you mad? So anyway, number 4, because of the fact that, you have inflation, the value of your dollar goes down, taxes are taken out, and you're in debt up to your eyeballs, people tend to make emotional decisions that prolong your journey to financial freedom. I remember in my 20s and early 30s when I shopped to feel better. I mean, I still remember the feeling I had when I went shopping, but I also know deep down that I was just adding more to my debt, and I was using credit cards to make purchases, and it was a temporary fix, but I was not prolonging my journey to financial freedom. So guys, is there a solution to this? Absolutely, and that's where we get to part 3 of the 2-4-3 formula, which happens to be 3 things. So I'm going to talk to you about that, but absolutely there is a solution. I'm so excited to tell you what they are. The first one is cash flow management. The lack of money is costing you more money. Okay, that's a negative cash flow cycle, and this is in the form of overdraft fees, payday loans, late fees on your bills, anything that's taking money out of your pocket. So what do? You take your negative cash flow cycle and you turn it into a positive so that your money will stay in your house longer. For example, Brian, when he first lost his first million, he was able to get it back because he decided then to use his own money, scale it back, and not make the same mistakes he made last time. So he was using his own money to pay himself back. He wasn't allowing those fees to take over his life. Okay, and this is a big one I'm about to discuss with you. Okay, here is the second suggestion on the third part of the formula, which is open a home-based business. Having a home-based business allows you to have the same tax benefits, the same write-offs as an individual that has 15 McDonald's, 17 Burger Kings, Donald Trump, Warren Buffett, etc., etc. In other words, having a home-based business can save you literally a fortune in taxes. And why is that? Well, your light bill, your gas bill, your water bill, your cell phone bill, your internet bill, gas in your car. I mean, percentages of all these bills allows you to have huge deductions, and the income that you are taxed on is lower. All right, so you can choose. You can either open a home-based business with a quality product or service and pay less taxes. And that's, a lot of people, that's the whole reason why they even create a home-based business is for tax benefits. Or you can make your only income with the W-2 and pay more taxes. So your money is going to make someone wealthy. Who's that going to be? It's your choice. Okay, guys, the final part of the 3-part formula is investment income. Always understand that money making money is taxed at a lower rate than labor making money. So think about this. Do you think that the wealthy work harder than you, or do you think that maybe they've just figured something out that you have not? There's a reason why Warren Buffett makes less than his secretary, right? He understands capitalism. So guys, what I want to leave with you is this: money, making money talks, creating wealth whispers. I hope that this has helped you with, opening your eyes a little bit and as to why, you're doing the right thing by having a home-based business. And if you don't, then, I definitely can help you with that, because what I do is I have a business where I help other people with online businesses, and one of those things is I use the Empower Network to provide some internet marketing solutions. We've got a great blogging platform, as well as some great training to teach you how to find people for you to help them as well. It's all about having a home-based business, and it's all about creating wealth and keeping it. And let me tell you guys, there's nothing better than residual income. I mean, there's nothing better than going on vacation knowing that you're still going to be earning money while you're working, or while you're playing. So if you would like more information on, where I got this great training from, just go to mobileabundance.net. But feel free to contact me directly if you want any help with anything. And please visit my blog and subscribe so that you can continue to get blog posts from me. And I hope to talk to you soon, and I wish you much abundance and success. Blessings to you. Thanks.